COVID-19 outbreaks at meat processing plants are creating a strain on grocery stores. Now, it's forced some to create limits on meat purchases, and a major fast food chain is even pulling off burgers off their menu in some locations. Now, here to talk about this is Macomb Supply Chain Management Center Director Mary Ann Anderson. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, Marcel.
According to the USDA's weekly report from April 27th, beef production was down nearly 25% year over year, while pork production was down 15%. How long could we see these meat shortages last in our grocery stores?
Well, most consumers never really think about the supply chain and how those products actually get to market. What we saw last month was a shortage of canned goods and such things as toilet paper. And those are pretty much non-perishable items. The meat industry is a bit different, is that they're perishable items. And what we're finding is a shortage of capacity to process the livestock. We have plenty of livestock, but we do not have the processing capability to have that. The shortage is going to continue as long as those production facilities are continued to be in furlough due to the coronavirus.
Yeah, and Wendy's just announced it pulled off hamburgers in some of its locations due to this shortage. Could we see more fast food restaurants join this?
Probably. It depends on their supply chain and where they actually get their products. I would expect the consumer to see a limited amount of meat products in the supermarket. They may not be able to get their, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. They may actually have to go to the whole chicken. Anything that can eliminate any of the processing that has to be done in the processing plants.
Now, it seems like it's inevitable meat products will become expensive. How much could we be paying for this in the next coming weeks?
That really depends on how long the facility's production is furloughed. I would expect that the meat products, especially the aged meats and so forth, will probably see a significant delay and increase in price.
And Mary, some small shops say they have not been affected because they don't buy from large meat plants. How could you break down the difference between the large chains and how it's different for a small meat shop?
Yeah, certainly. If you take Smithfield's, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of WH of China, they're the largest producer of pork products. And those are the ones that supplying the larger grocery stores and so forth. The smaller markets are getting them from the smaller producers and so forth. So they're probably not seeing a big lag in their supply that they're getting from those smaller shops.
Okay. And could you break down what are the most popular meat products that will take a hit because of this?
I really think it's going to be the premium, the aged beef and so forth, as well as the variety that you get in the supermarket. As I had mentioned, that you're probably not going to get the boneless, skinless chicken breasts, chicken thighs and so forth, that they'll really go to the products that require the least processing in the particular plant.
All right, well, all good information. Mary, thank you so much for this and for joining us tonight.
Thank you.